Welcome to the studio, everybody. I'm Mike McFarland, the Lake Fork guide, owner of McFarland Fishing, and your host of the Lake Fork Rundowns. Today I'm going to kind of give you your second public report for the week, and the date is the 21st. So, when I say Texas two-step, I don't mean dancing. I mean the roller coaster ride, potentially of good fishing and bad fishing. A lot of the conditions that cause that this time of year are warm trends, cold trends. So the water warms up, the water cools down. The water warms up 5 degrees and cools down 4 degrees, or it warms up 3 degrees and cools down 6 degrees. And we have this forward, backwards momentum with the water temperatures. We can also have the Texas two-step with the lake level. Last Thursday, the lake was 402.76. That's the elevation. That was 3 inches below full pool. Friday, Saturday's rain brought it up to 403.25 on Monday. That's 6 inches. 6 inches the lake rose. Tuesday, we hammered them. Tuesday was one of the greatest fishing days so far this year for me with the swim baits. Big sack, big baits, big fish. But the lake was dropping. The dropping effects kicked in, and by Wednesday, yesterday, and today, we are now 3 inches back down, and the bite did not transpire the past 2 days. I told you on Tuesday that there was a lot of spawning fish, a lot of fish on beds in the backwaters. Today, I looked at hundreds, literally hundreds of empty nests that the fish have pulled out of. Falling water pulls them out. All right. I'd like to tell you that we have better news, that the lake's going to get stabilized here. They're going to close the gate, quit dropping that water out of there. But tonight we're due to hit a huge storm on its way in, and we're going to get another 1 to 2 inches of rain, which is going to reverse this, bring the lake back up again. Texas two-step. Forward 2, backwards 1. Forward 2, backwards 1. That's what's happening. Same thing temperatures. We were getting up there, warmer waters, and we've cooled back down. So we got a combination, 1-2 double punch slam the last 2 days. I don't know a single person or guide or friend out there that didn't agree that it was tough fishing. That's all it was. We did catch a few good fish yesterday. 6-pounder and a 4-pounder was our best. 6-pounder did come off of a bed, a nest, and the 4-pounder came from a swim bait. Today, we really didn't even catch fish until the other day. In the rain. That's why I'm still wearing my rain gear. It's still raining outside. My boat's not put away. I've got a super soaked boat from driving home in the rain, and it was just a tough day. My eyes are red and tired, and that's how it goes. But you know what? I really appreciate you guys coming here faithful. Those of you that have subscribed, those of you that are loyal, those of you that react, hit the like button, comment. You know, I don't like to give a negative report like this. But here's the thing, I tell you the truth, and the truth is the truth. I tell you when it's good, I tell you when it's bad. This is a perfect example. And I'm not saying don't come out this weekend. The lake's going to get a lot of rain tonight, and then it rains all day tomorrow too. It's supposed to. So things are going to change, and the water's going to come back up again. That might fire the things back up. It's spring. Rising water rises fish. The challenge we have is Sabine River Authority, SRA, is going to open those gates. They don't want that lake to be over pool this time of year. They like to keep it about 6 inches below full pool. So they're liable to just open a couple more gates. And that's also part of our fight this time of year. I will tell you, if you're fishing in the rain, frogs and buzzbaits, swim jigs. You can still catch a lot of fish. One of the best things going today was probably to just go as slow as you could and fish a wacky worm or a wacky Cinco, a weightless Cinco, and just be super methodic, and maybe even go back through an area multiple times where you know you had fish. If you had beds, empty beds, those fish just pulled out. They pulled out to the ditches, drains, and nearest wood. And you might get a bite or two. I ran into some guys that had 4, 5, 6 fish at lunch. Mixed sack of, 2-pounder, 5-pounder. But that's what you got to do when those fish pulled out. As far as any pattern, I don't know of any at this time. So that's kind of where we're at. I will give you guys a crappie report. from my good friend Jackie Wiggins. And here we go. Jackie Wiggins says a lot. Lake Fork crappie fishing has been up and down and all over the place the past week. Patterns are not just changing weekly or daily, but sometimes hourly. They've seen fish in water as deep as 30 foot and fish as shallow as 1 foot. And a lot of depths in between. He's seen fish around grass. He's seen fish around timber. He's seen fish under bridges, under docks, on the ledges, in the brush piles, in the laydowns. Brush piles and laydowns don't have much fish on them yet. Take that back. So he's seen fish around grass, around timber, under bridges, under docks, and on ledges. But the brush piles and laydowns just don't have hardly any fish on them yet. He saw some fish on the bridge in the morning everywhere, and they're gone in the afternoon. Lots of movement. Again, these cold fronts, the winds, the rain, the lake rising, the lake falling, it's doing the same thing to the crappie as it does to the bass. He's not seen many fish spawned out yet, which is excellent. And that means they haven't spawned yet. Same thing with the bass. It's interesting how these two really are a lot alike. So we definitely should have some shallow crappie coming back over the next months or so, next little bit, few weeks and next months or so to spawn. When you do find some fish, they do bite. He said, they will bite good. He's catching a lot of fish on small hand-tied crappie jigs. Minnows obviously always work well for any fisherman that just wants to catch them. You don't want to have a sport or a challenge of it, or more of a challenge. You're going to have more challenge with a hand-tied jig than you will with a minnow. But if you're just looking to fill your well, hey, bobber and a minnow is going to catch them if you find them. And they've also had some good luck on soft plastics as well. All right. He said the catfish bite, if you want to know that, the catfish bite continues to be good, red hot, 12 to 18 feet of water around trees that have birds roosting, the roosting trees, just like we told you before. Find where those cormorants, those black birds are roosting. Choose those roosting trees. Bait those roosting trees. That keeps the fish in the area longer. Those roosting birds actually poop raw fish that they haven't digested. So the catfish are there when they're roosting, but once the birds fly off for the day, the catfish leave. You want to keep the catfish around all day. Throw some cattle cubes or some sour maize in those areas. That keeps the keeps the catfish there all day long and loaded up good. So after I just give you Jackie's report, it really hits me. Bass and crappie they're a different species, but they're very similar this time of year. They're migrating from offshore winter patterns, deep patterns, into the shorelines, the bank, the shallows to dig a nest. Equally, they both dig nests and spawn, pair up and spawn, and they react the same thing to Mother Nature, to the weather, the cold fronts, the flooding rain, the lake rising, the lake dropping. Texas two-step. That's it. All right, that's what I got for you guys. Again, remember tomorrow if you're fishing in the rain, buzzbaits and frogs. That's my best recommendation for you. That's what I'm going to be doing. And I hope publicly that helps you out. All right. I have a members channel, a members only private channel that we share a lot more information. I generally give a lot more details, more specifics, exact areas of the lake that we're catching the best and biggest fish, exact baits and techniques and colors. And we also give about 6 or 7 other lakes around the Northeast Texas from 5 other fishing guides. We give a report of those lakes: Ray Hubbard, Levon, Possum Kingdom, Lake Tawakoni, Athens, O.H. Ivy, Sam Rayburn, Athens, Lake Welsh, and sometimes some local lakes here, Holbrook, and so on. But anyways, we cover a lot of different lakes and a lot more information in the members only channel. If you're interested in that, just look in the description below this video. Click on members link, follow the process. It's real simple, $4.99 a month. I mean, here's a bag of Zoom baits that I buy them. If someone told me they're biting them, I know you buy them. And you'll spend, $6 on a bag of Zooms, $4.99 for 8 reports a month with much more details and other lakes to get you on some good fishing right here in Northeast Texas. All right. So thanks again for watching. Hit the like button, comment, tell your friends about the channel, share the channel. Be safe this weekend, and I wish you all great fishing. Mike McFarland, the Lake Fork Guide.